Both Collins and Marty, they really did hit on it. We talk about a business that is you can reproduce over and over and over again. And when people hear that, they might not quite understand how that works. But the reason you can do that is because of what Divine said. OnPassive, we come in, we do what we need to do. We engage with OnPassive. We become affiliates. And then OnPassive goes to work for me. It goes to work for you. It goes to work for you. For everybody that's out there, everybody that's on the panel, OnPassive is going to work for each and every one of us. And when you start to think about that, you start to think about the numbers involved, the number of people within OnPassive, and you go, well, I'm kind of late to the party. I'm not sure that'll work for me coming into OnPassive, and Mr. Mufareh actually giving me a business that can be reproduced and actually generate income online. Then you have to start to think about the products of OnPassive, as Marty talked about. OCONNECT, it is not great. It is 10 times better than great. That's why people can't compete against OnPassive. And he has another product coming out that's going to be better than OCONNECT, the OCONNECT that we have today. And when you start to think about that, you start to think about markets. And every market that OnPassive is in, pretty much every market that I've seen where that we're in, they are multi-billion-dollar markets. A few of the markets are $100 billion markets. And you start to think about the amount of market share that OnPassive is going to take as Marty says, it goes viral. One product, OCONNECT, probably will take very, very quickly 30, 40, 50% of the market. I think over time, it'll take 90% of the market. There are always those people out there that are stubborn and won't move. That's okay. We're going to take the majority of the market. And then you start to add 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 different markets like that. And all of a sudden you start to see the amount of volume that's going to be coming into OnPassive. That means money, guys, apples, and how they're going to distribute that among those individuals that are participating with OnPassive, the affiliates. Again, you are not doing this. OnPassive is doing this for us. And all of a sudden, these customers start landing in your organization. You get paid to commission. One product, now it's 2, now it's 3, now it's 4, now it's 5. Start doing the math, start multiplying, understanding that you could start out with a very, very small amount in a very, very short period of time. That amount could put you into the middle class, upper middle class, to the very, very wealthy. So OnPassive, it really is ingenious what Ash has done, and he's done it for us. He's done it for you and I. He's not interested in what he's going to end up with. And I can tell you he's going to do fine, and we want him to do fine, because if he's doing fine, all of us are doing fine. Not only do we want him to do fine, but he deserves it because of what he's done and the vision he's brought to the table. And once you start to see the vision, once you start to understand the vision, once you start to understand what Colin has said, what Divine has said, what Marty has said, Andy, we're not so sure about. But once you start to understand everybody, Andy too, guys, once you start to understand that, you can start to understand how your life will change. And in the end, I always say this, in the end, that's what we're all about. We're here to change lives. And I can tell you the most rewarding thing that you'll ever find in your journey with OnPassive, with the business of OnPassive, is actually finding that one individual that you brought along and you changed their lives. It wasn't OnPassive, because without you, they would have never gotten into OnPassive. But you changed that life, and when you see that life just blossom, you're going to find that that's more rewarding than anything, and I mean anything, you're going to get within OnPassive. When you talk about the apples, when you talk about the lifestyle, when you talk about being able to change on a dime, being able to go in this direction, that direction, that one individual, that one life that you change, because it not only changed their life, it changes their family, their community. It is a domino effect. It changes so many things. But when you can change that one life, that's a special thing, and it's something you'll never, ever, ever forget. That is OnPassive.